セガサターンシロ
Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the SHIRO show. I am Pat, this is Dave, and hopefully we're coming in through because my internet is like, don't want to work today, so hopefully not too bad. Oh man, we look really blurry. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I look decent. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. It's either this or no show, so like pick your poison on the blur. So yeah, how's it going with you, Dave?
It's going okay. I can if your machine crashes, I can always run it on my end because my internet's fine.
Oh,
but yeah, it's going good. You're not doing a game stream today, are you? Or are you?
I'm gonna do a game stream.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Because we're recording a podcast this weekend, right?
Yeah, we're both wearing our PlayStation shirts today.
I didn't even notice that until you pointed that out. I didn't even notice that until you pointed that out. Holy crap.
Oh well.
Welcome to the PlayStation chat.
We're gonna get so much hate from this.
Welcome to the PS chat.
Yeah.
Little PlayStation Fireside, the #1 talk for the greatest.
I just didn't want Pat to feel left. I didn't want Pat to feel all cornered because So we both there was a private. We both got sick. No, it's not April 1st, Martin.
No,
we actually think PlayStation is okay.
This is also not games.
Yeah. Oh my god, like back in the day, I love Knight is like, I'm done with this. Back in the day, it was like Saturn fans used to have so many different derogatory names for PlayStation, you know?
Station.
Yeah, some of them I can't even say because they're no longer appropriate, or they were never appropriate, but yeah, like...
You know what, you're taking off stream today.
But yeah, essentially, yeah. It's a PlayStation kind of day, I guess. I don't know.
PlayStation World.
I'm a little lightheaded from being sick, so I've got nothing. I've got nothing else.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit tired myself. I am wiped.
And I don't have much in the way of updates either. Yeah, because we've both been sick, right? So.
Yeah, I actually got an update. I actually got something in. I forgot to show us on the last show, but I got something in from Japan.
Cool.
And it's not hentai, so. I got a specific device, and I need another PlayStation. I was PlayStation. See, now I'm getting it. I need another Saturn, so I went on Yahoo Auctions Japan, and I got this.
You always need another Saturn. That's what I say.
Yeah, I actually lost my other English one, so I just have 2 Japanese ones now.
I think Sega Steve, that's like his motto is you can't have enough Saturns, right? I think.
Shout out. Oh, he actually did send me something too. A Sega Steve sent me something. Another thing in the mail too. You'll get it.
And K, for that matter. K has way too many Saturns, but I mean, like I say, there's no such thing as too many.
Nope, there's just not enough.
Just not enough space to store it. That's all there really is, you know.
So,
Stuart says a Saturn for every room in the house. Yeah, even the bathroom. I'm gonna show
this poster off. I'm gonna read off Steve's address. So his address is going to be 70. Just joking. I'm not reading his address on air. That's a dick move. But yeah,
is the stream tanking for folks?
Yeah, stream just died.
Yeah, if you want to hop on, Dave, my thing is just not working. Yeah, it's dropping in and out like my. I'm guessing my internet. Yeah, so I guess I'll show it off on the thing. So.
Okay.
But yeah, here's the poster.
You're gonna drop it? Are you gonna drop it and then I pick it up?
Yeah.
So that it doesn't restart.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what I can do.
Okay, well it's starting. It's probably loading up then.
It just keeps spinning and saying excellent connection.
Yeah, you hit manage and you selected the stream. Yeah, you're here. We're here.
We are?
We're back, yeah.
Oh, we're back. Okay, okay.
Yep, sorry about that, guys.
That's weird. Anyway, in the preview, it's not showing up. But anyway, let me grab. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me grab a copy of the browser as well, like the SHIRO browser thing, whatever.
Yep, sorry about that, guys. Internet is working back now. Anyways, I'll show off the thing with Dave. So I got the poster from Sega Steve, this Detective Conan poster. As you know, it's my favorite anime of all time. One of my favorite animes. I don't know where he got. What exactly is it? Like a store display or something? But yeah, it's a store display for. I don't know if it's it's probably the movie, I think. But yeah, it's a cool poster of the one guy and then Conan Nagawa or Shinichi Kudo. So yeah, thank you again for getting that. Why did I stop? Yeah, thank you again for getting that for me. Yeah, like I say, if you know where you got from, let me know. I'd like to shout you out for that. So thank you for that. I still need to send out your stuff. I'm feeling bad.
Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties.
Yep, but I'm gonna get a frame for this. I'm framing up, or I'll get like the double-sided sticky tape for it. Actually, I get double-sided sticky tape for that, so I'll put that back in there. Hopefully, it's not showing your address on stream. Hopefully it's not.
Using Pat's MPEG 1 webcam from 2001. How do I? And that's the thing, is I don't know how I get it better. How I get better quality in Discord. Like, that's what Discord is giving me. It's giving me like this really crap quality.
That might be on my end. Honestly, the thing I'm thinking about is that it might be my roommate. He does a lot of like.
Okay.
He does a lot of grabbing databases and stuff, so he might be getting a massive database right now for his work.
He's like,
so he might have to pull that information and upload it. So it might be killing the upload speed because he has to unpack all the. Literally, his work sends him like a terabyte worth of database, and he has to pull it all down constantly. So it's probably what's lagging it.
Well.
It
so
sucks, but,
okay,
like,
so just before we went live, you told me about a surprise. Go back to SHIRO. Wait, SHIRO. I logged out, so I don't have that time. Yeah, you told me about a surprise, but people won't get to see it, but we could still talk about it, right? You had Shadow was working on something, right? I remember hearing like an early.
What'd you say? Did you cut out?
I remember, I didn't mean to talk over you, but I remember hearing about an early, hearing like an early version of it. But you said that he finished up the jazz version of our outro. Yeah,
basically what it is that that I basically commissioned him just to finish it up because I remember we've had it for a while.
Yeah.
And he made it and he just never finished it up, but I really wanted to use it and I was like,
yeah, and we were supposed to do it.
Finish it up.
Yeah, so we were supposed to do that today but since we just switched over, I don't have a copy of it. But hopefully people will be able to hear it.
But yeah, they'll be able to for the game stream. I'm gonna do the game stream, so we'll play it.
Perfect.
At the end of that.
Hopefully,
so you'll be able to hear it towards the end of it.
Go smack your roommate and say, get off the internet so I can do the game stream.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right now, my internet dropped down to like. It was like a 300 down, and I think it might have gone. Usually, it takes an hour or two. Once we pass him working, he usually logs off. So
yeah.
But yeah, my upload speed's up to like 1 megabit right now, so that's not conductive to stream. But I'm hoping once he's off, we'll be fixing. But I can't really tell him not to because his stuff is his actually work, so I can't tell him to stop doing that.
No, it's cool. I'm just joking. Anyway, so yeah, for the 20 people that stuck around, thank you for not leaving.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're sorry about that, but we're ready to keep rolling. And
besides that, I also got games through the Saturn stuff. I got what's this one called? Melty Lancer. I've never heard of this one. Has anybody heard of Melty Lancer?
I've heard of Melty Lancer. I haven't played it.
It looks like a text-based RPG, so I can't understand it. I got that one. I got the Flash Sega Saturn, which has Sakura Wars on it. It's like a little demo disc. It's here, got Sakura.
Yeah.
And then the King of Boxing, which looks awful.
Oh, King of Boxing, that's Center Ring. That's like JVC Center Ring Boxing. It's actually not bad at all. It's a
really?
it's a heady game. There's a lot of you'll go in and it is not what do you call it? Like, it's not Punch Out. It's like there are so many parameters that you have control of. It's like almost like a boxing simulation. And arguably you could get into it, but it's, obviously the graphics are a bit aged, but it's not terrible.
Yeah,
What do
it doesn't look that bad on the
what
back.
do people in
the
the comments? Has anybody played Center Ring? It might be called something else in like Victory Boxing in the UK. Has anybody played it, and what do you think of it? Because I think it's not
did
bad.
Did it get a US release?
Yeah, it got a US release as one of the few. So we didn't get KO2 Flying Squadron, which was also a JVC published game. The only JVC published game that we got in the US was Center Ring Boxing, which is really crazy from a publishing standpoint. Yeah.
Of course, we don't get any of the good stuff.
Right. I mean, and the only Atlas games we got were Virtual Hydlide, and
my favorite.
And what are the other ones? Atlas. I should know this because I got them all. Oh, Lunacy, of course, was one of the few games I really did like. There was an Atlas release.
Didn't they publish High Velocity Racing too in the US?
Who, JVC?
No, Atlas.
No, High Velocity is right over there on my shelf. It is. Can't see through all the light. Oh, yes, you're right. You're right. Danthrax, good call. High Velocity is the third Atlas game. They published 3, and that was it.
Chocolate High Velocity.
High Velocity was what? Like Toge? It was like a Toge battle game or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Spirits or something like that.
Spirit of Speed.
Maybe that's what it was. The first Toge
97.
King, the Spirits.
I am blurry. Yeah,
Pat looks
that's 'cause
blurry.
my
Jiggle, his internet took a hit, and so we swapped, and I started running stream. We've got Papetsu in the stream or in the chat, and I think you might be new because he was asking like who is who. So I'm Dave, and this is Pat over here, TraynoCo, and we've been doing this show for way too long.
A little bit too long.
And actually, one thing has never changed, and that's been the TDs. The technical difficulties, like ever since the beginning, we've been having.
I thought you meant another TDs.
No.
I thought you meant TITIES. I was like,
yeah, no.
I don't think we had any of those on the show, but
Nope.
maybe mine. But that's about it. Pat looks furry. Oh God, I'm not a furry. I look furry.
Oh,
Oh God.
Papetsu, I did a live stream and I said that the Saturn was like a sandbox, hardware-wise. Okay, what I mean is that it's a board full of chips, and if you know how to work them, like if you're good at programming and you know some assembly as well, to be able to like really, get timings right, you can. It's much more open than the PlayStation, for example. When the PlayStation was around, I mean, of course, now homebrew is different, but during its time on the market, Sony really kept folks using their development tools and kind of kept them in a box in terms of what they could do. Naughty Dog was infamous for breaking out of that and kind of like reverse engineering some stuff and hacking it to make what they
want to break free.
Yeah, so when Naughty Dog made Bandicoot, for example, they kind of like reverse engineered and hacked the Saturn or the Sony PlayStation a bit to kind of run things outside the parameters that Sony would have QC'd, that Sony would have approved of. Whereas like with Saturn, they didn't really even have much time to develop to work on developer tools because of some of the, I don't want to say last minute, but the decisions that were made to kind of retool the hardware that kind of took up a year leading up to its release that they would have spent working on like developer tools and stuff. So they literally just had a bunch of chips and they threw the books at people and said, here, these are all the chips. Here's books.
Threw them in jail.
Here are books that tell you how each chip works, and if you are worth your salt as a programmer, you can figure it out. And that's what most people had to do. Like Yu Suzuki that first year, like doing what is it, Virtual Fighter, and then I just had to learn the hardware. Just from the get-go. Basically you learn the chips and do the best you can. And of course, because of the deadline, wasn't really able to get the most out of the first Virtua Fighter. And then, of course, had plenty more time to work on Virtua Fighter 2, and better libraries were available, and the rest is history. But from Pat and I, we've talked to some developers, even some off the record, that have told us, like, straight up, the Saturn's just pretty much wide open. Now, there are some bottlenecks there that you have to contend with, and everybody who works on Saturn knows what those are. Mostly, like, RAM contention. But I mean, it's basically wide open. Like you max things out. You can do a bunch of stuff, and there's like really nothing stopping you, but except for like the bus contention for RAM, because each chip is always like hungry and fighting for RAM.
I did like that story with Naughty Dog where essentially they broke the PlayStation so much that when they did a revision, it kind of didn't Crash Bandicoot kind of didn't work. Which I thought was kind of funny, but I think they originally fixed that, I believe.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of funny that they broke that so much.
Yeah, they did, and that was what was that? Was that a postmortem or like just an interview? I forget which one.
It was that one developer thing. It's on YouTube. Just a Naughty Dog.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was an awesome interview. Yeah.
It was like Kill Screener. Actually, I'll look it up right now. We have the power of the internet.
But thanks for the question, Pepetsu. Yeah, 8 chips. I think they kind of bragged about it. They're like, how do we market this thing? Let's brag about how many chips the Saturn has in it. But I mean, it's got two CPUs, one master, one slave, and it's got the VDP1 and VDP2 for graphics. One handling your infinite plane, and then one handling most of your like game graphics. Can push tons of sprites, and that's basically what it was, a sprite pushing machine. Even in its implementation of 3D graphics, it basically was just perspective warping sprites, which is amazing when you think about it. People would call it fake 3D because it doesn't have a Z buffer, and at that time with OpenGL and everything like that, there was basically what was considered conventional 3D or conventional ways of drawing 3D graphics. And if you weren't the conventional way, then you were fake 3D. But at the end of the day, we're all drawing pictures on a 2D CRT, right? So essentially, it's all really like visual trickery. And so
trick of the tail.
I'm digressing, but yeah, essentially, I think it's amazing that Saturn, draws polygons that way by basically drawing a bunch of sprites and then using maths to warp them.
It does math.
But okay, so wow, we got way into the weeds there. Do you want to get into the news, I guess, because of the fact that we don't have anything to talk about? any updates to talk about?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, so we left off, and I think Dan is Dan's here, Anthony's here. How you guys doing?
Yo.
We started
off with Atelier Marie, I think.
Okay, yeah, because we talked about the Kronos emulator. Okay, so Dan posted this up about the Atelier Marie remake. Do you want to talk about it, Dan?
Sure. So Atelier Marie is getting a remake that's coming out later this year. Sorry, clearing my throat. I had a Chipotle burrito for dinner just a little bit ago, so
I'll get one afterwards.
Got some burrito goo in my throat or something here, I guess.
Delicious.
Yeah, we didn't make dinner for once. It was delicious. We haven't gotten Chipotle in a while. But anyway, so Tecmo, or Koei Tecmo, announced it during the Nintendo Direct. It was only in the Japanese Nintendo Direct. It wasn't in the US one, even though it looks like they're going to release it in the West. They release all the other Atelier games in the West, and they put out an English website and an English announcement tweet, so I assume that we're getting it in English, which is cool because this will be the first time that Atelier Marie has been available in English. It did appear on the Saturn about half a year after it debuted on the PS1, and kind of a...
Did it ever get like a PS1 release in the US or just never in the US, period?
No, it's never come out in the US ever.
Wow.
They ported it to the Dreamcast in the year 2000. They ported it to like iOS and Android about half a decade ago. It's always all just been Japanese exclusive. So
they literally said, "Screw America! You're not getting this game."
Yeah, they thought nobody would care about it, but now Atelier games sell. So the power of Ryza, I think, has made the series profitable. So, which Ryza 3 comes out next month. Gonna put my pre-order in soon.
Ryza 3, I don't think I've ever played that one.
What do you think?
Because it's not out yet.
What do you think of the Atelier games?
I meant the Ryza series is what I meant.
Oh yeah, the Ryza series. I have the first two, but I have only played the first one. But it's a fun game. I like the art. It's very nice. They're like chill games. They're not super stressful, so they're pretty cool.
Yeah, like the thing is that, like, I mean, it's like she's really They really let her give her like really showing her midriff off there.
Yeah, well, that was her design. I was looking at the Sega Retro page for the Saturn game, and I mean that was Marie's design.
Yeah.
Back in the day too. So this is just they're being faithful to it.
It's really
and I mean the original game,
like the cutie style.
Yeah, so the original game had like sprites. It was like a 2D isometric sprite looking game, and then it would have kind of like visual novel looking portraits that would pop up when there were people talking. And so if you like look at the trailer or screenshots or anything, they've kind of reproduced that here. It's all in 3D now, but they have like a chibi style for the characters in the overworld, and then they still have like looks like 2D portraits, like hand-drawn portraits for characters when they're talking to each other. So it's not going to
the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond look.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's true. So yeah, it's not going to be quite the same as like more modern Atelier games, but it's still, they're kind of being faithful. It's a remake of the very first game in the series, so it's pretty cool they're doing it. It's for the series' 25th anniversary.
What is your?
I guess it's more like the 26th because the series started in 1997.
So Dan, Atelier Marie is one of those games that I've always kind of wished would get a translation on the Saturn, because I've never really been able to like get too far into it because of the language barrier. I'm curious, what is your general opinion of these games, like as a genre and stuff? Like what do you think of them?
I mean, like I said, I've only played the one. Okay. Although I have watched some like gameplay of Atelier Marie on the Saturn. Somebody on YouTube was like kind of translating it on the fly as they were playing it, kind of like how Lackware does in his Twitch streams when he plays like this Crown and stuff. So that was kind of cool. I could kind of follow along and sort of know what was happening. And I mean, like I said, it looks like a nice little. It's sort of JRPG-ish, but like. It has, like a more of a focus on gathering items and crafting them into, potions and things that you need to progress in the game or make it easier to fight or whatever. So
cool.
So yeah, they're cool little games. I have never looked into like whether the Saturn game could be easily translated. I mean, when there's a will, there's a way, but
it just seems like a technical game with lots of menus and lots of different little items and stuff like that. So maybe it's just not one. And again, it's not as popular of a series, so it hasn't been one that's been high on people's lists. But maybe if this equals,
I kind of wonder if people even know that the first Atelier game was on the Saturn. I did not until, I don't know, a year or two ago. And it was very surprising, man. Like, really, like these Atelier games are like everywhere now. I can't believe that the very first one actually came to the Saturn. Now, none of the others did. It was just the first one, but that's still kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm happy that that at least, even though we don't have a fan translation, I'm happy that we can actually play the game. And play in general in English now.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm happy about that. So I mean, we don't get a Saturn port right now, but I'll take the remake, and it looks really cute. I'll probably pick it up on the Switch.
Yeah, same. I'm interested, definitely. And if it's in English and it informs us on, because I don't, like you said, there was never an English version of the original Marie game, right? So this will be our first opportunity to play it in English. And then if this somehow informs, later on a translation back to the Saturn, yay, that would be awesome. But I mean, I'm just going to cross my fingers and hope for that, But I mean,
so in chat, real quick, Malenko said, "I joined late. Why are they wearing matching PlayStation shirts?" It's because they are damn dirty traitors. That's why. And if I can just say, on behalf of all the viewers, I am disgusted by your apparel today. I know we hate no consoles, and there's much love for the PlayStation, but I mean, theming, guys. You don't see me, but I am wearing SHIRO apparel.
Do you want to know? You want to know what's funny?
You want to know? Duct tape this to my chest.
I was actually wearing a SHIRO shirt. I was actually wearing a SHIRO shirt under my hoodie, And I said, I told Pat, I got to go to the bathroom. And I went and put on my PlayStation shirt because I didn't want him to feel alone.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's
if it makes you feel any better, maybe. I mean, I won't play the Atelier Marie PlayStation port version of it. That was.
I will
released
just
earlier.
hug my Saturn pillow, and you guys won't have to look at my shirt. There you go.
There you go.
My cute little Saturn pillow.
I can do that too.
There you go.
I can. Oh no, Dave. I can. You can do it with a pillow. I can do it.
You can do it
nothing
with a real thing, right?
Oh, the real one, yeah. I got
There
the
you
real
go.
one right here. Just whip this bad boy out.
There you go.
There you go. I have to hug the actual. Actually, here, get a picture of it. Like hold that.
That's
I'll
funny.
hold this up, and you hold the other one up.
That's funny.
There we go.
Yours is it's more of a bluish gray. This pillow doesn't do a very good job of replicating that.
It's probably the
This one's yellowed. This one's aged.
Yeah, this one's yellow. Yeah,
no, yours looks nice and blue gray.
It's the lighting probably.
Seriously,
I didn't notice it had a black cartridge slot. Is that normal? Do they all have black cartridge slots?
Yeah, yeah. Don't
I
they?
didn't know that. No.
Pepetsu, I guess I confused him because he was.
Expert?
So Pepetsu asked, but is the Saturn capable of 3D? Yes, the Saturn's capable of 3D. It just does it differently. It just does it differently than other computers and consoles do it. You know, there are different ways to render 3D, and yeah, the Saturn has an unconventional way of doing it. But it all branches from the fact that it was originally designed as a sprite powerhouse, and then they were like, well, we also wanted to be very competitive at 3D. So we're going to definitely
go with the $2.
And I mean, they intended it. They intended it to do 3D from the get-go, but they didn't double down on 3D to the extent that Sony did. So that when they caught wind of Sony specs, they were like, okay, we have to answer. They were looking at 3D. You have to understand, Sega was looking at 3DO and Atari Jaguar as their competition, and that was the target that they were aiming for. And the Saturn, its earlier iteration would have easily trounced that as it was. And then they were like, okay, when they caught wind of Sony's specs, they were like, okay, we really have to kind of tool up and make sure that we're going full 3D on a lot of our games and stuff like that. So, but yeah, they essentially still, just basically made it so that you could warp sprites to create 3D images.
And didn't Sega's first couple arcade boards, like the Model 1 and Model 2, didn't they use quads? Because no one had really settled how 3D graphics should be rendered yet. And Sega's idea was, well, we'll just do them like warped polygons. We'll do quads instead of tries, what everyone does now. So that's what they based the Saturn's, rendering on. Is that correct?
That is correct. NVIDIA, actually, its first graphics card used quads. At that time, there was no standard. There was the industry hadn't really. I mean, this was the birth of 3D, right? So the industry hadn't really decided on convention. I'm sorry. What, Pat? Did your camera? Pat's camera cut out.
It's breaking on me.
Okay.
I was trying to enter. I was trying to fix something.
Okay.
And my keyboard didn't work. Turned out I hit the macro on my keyboard.
Okay.
There we go. I'm back.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So I'll try to make long story short. Essentially, at that time, this was the birth of 3D. There was no convention for what equals true 3D. Okay. Let's say if there is such a thing as fake 3D, it basically is only because the industry decided, okay, OpenGL, that's what, with a Z buffer and, applying one texture to an entire object with several vertices, that's going to be what everybody is going to collectively consider true 3D. So then anything else that falls outside of that convention, they would call quote unquote fake 3D. But again, you're drawing things to a flat screen. It's all 2D. It's all just a perspective image at the end of the day. So nothing is really real or fake 3D. It's all just different ways
what is real and what is
doing
fake,
it. But yeah, so essentially, DF Retro has an amazing video on this, and I think they feature Tomb Raider, which is one of the games where you can kind of turn off the transform on each sprite, and you can just see a bunch of sprites in the background moving around, and it's a good example of how Saturn would basically draw a bunch of sprites and then the CPUs would send math, I guess, over to the VDPs and say, warp the sprites like this to make a scene, But anyway.
I like the idea of them sending meth over to the CPUs.
Did I say meth? I said math.
No,
math.
I know, but I'm just, because, like, I don't know, I just joke. I joke.
But anyway, yeah, no, you do hear a lot of that stuff. I wish people would stop repeating stuff like that, like Saturn is fake 3D. It's just, but yeah, again, quads did make, that's why NVIDIA started with quads, because from one standpoint, they made sense, From another standpoint, they don't make sense. I mean, if you think about it, a chair with 3 legs is much more stable than a chair with 4 legs, because what if one is shorter, then you'll have like a wobbly chair. It's kind of like that when it comes to math, the triangles are just neater when it comes to like creating large meshes, especially anything that's like spherical or anything like that you can create. But anyway, we're, like I said, we can always talk about this. If you join our Discord, we have like technical chats, and there are some people in there that are way smarter than me. And they can give you a much more scientific explanation of things. All I can say is that there's a lot of like jargon, and there's a lot of like repeated, stuff that gets repeated that's not necessarily accurate,
Yeah, but we're the number one jargon podcast, so we tried it.
Number one jargon podcast.
I'm excited to record tomorrow, though.
Yes, we're gonna record a mainline podcast. One more thing: both the PlayStation and the Saturn do not have a Z buffer. Okay, so they both kind of approach 3D in a similar way, and that's why you could get like that warping that goes on. Whereas the N64 had a Z buffer, so even the N64, according to the industry, was more conventional in the way that it drew 3D. A lot like PCs, a lot like PC accelerator cards, like the Voodoo cards and stuff would do, whether it was Glide or OpenGL, they would draw 3D that way. But anyway, FM
live information.
Yeah, F1 live information. We skipped this one last time, so I figured we ought to cover it. Have you played this game, Pat?
Nope.
Do you like racing games at all? Because this one's actually
that was the first time I actually played racing game was Daytona NASCAR 98.
Okay.
That was pretty fun. So
I will say this about this game. I'm not one of those people that really likes F1 racing games. So I typically I'm not a huge F1 fan. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that are F1 fans, but I'm not into those like really simi type racing games. I do like the more arcadey racing games. So you're in luck, because even though this game has like a coat of paint that makes it look like it, the theme is F1 and it kind of looks like it might be a simi game, it's actually much more arcade than it is sim. There are a few little tweaks that you can make to the car, the back wing and the front wing and stuff like that. There are some, you can choose hard tires or soft tires. You can choose more fuel, which will get you farther, but it'll be heavy and make your car go slow, or you can choose to try to use less fuel. So there are a few things that are like strategic about it, but at the same time, it totally controls very arcadey, and the soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal on this game. Like, this game has some of the biggest bangers on Saturn of any game on Saturn, and it's crazy because you wouldn't expect it. But
does it say the Michael Schumacher in there? I was looking on the thing.
This is Michael Schumacher right there.
Didn't he die?
I think so.
I thought he died I mean, obviously he was alive at the time.
Yeah,
I'll have to look it up.
That's random.
Cool.
But anyway, I didn't. Yeah. So as a game, it has the FOCA license.
Alive. He's alive. Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Oh, he's alive. We just killed him prematurely. Okay, so
yeah, hopefully he doesn't die. Sorry about that.
Shout out Masters. I think he's alive. Hope he doesn't die. I mean, he will eventually, but
oh, he's in a coma.
That just got really awkward, Pat. Don't go killing people off prematurely.
That's what it was. I remember that he had some incident happen to him. Sorry about that.
Anyway, okay, so for the money, this is a good game. This is the kind of Saturn game that you can still get for $10 today, even on a long box. And if you find it at a pawn shop or you find it at a game store, most game stores just think, oh, it's trash because it's F1, or it's like, some simmy racing game, right? No, it's
I don't
actually
blame
one.
them.
It's one that I call this. Consider this a hidden gem. Sorry, I said it, but this is one of those games that people overlook and pass up because they think sports game, but it's actually a pretty good arcade racer. And for 10 or 15 bucks, it's totally worth it. You can get it new in a long box, probably $5 or something if it's just CD only. But yeah, this is still a good game that can be had for cheap on the Saturn. So that's why I wanted to mention it. Okay, Metal Jesus. Yep, the hidden gem, hidden gem, hidden jewel. What other kind of ways do people sacred diamond?
Diamond in the rough.
What's the other one? Obscure games, I guess. That's
golden turd.
Golden turd.
Or is that a different thing?
No, that's like a real. That would be like if this game was total crap and I was still telling people that it was good. But I stand by. I'm very confident that if folks give it a shot, they'll be like, yeah, this is not bad at all.
I kind of want to do a golden turd award and find out what's the goldenest turds we could find. That's bad but good. So
Yabasan Shiro got new drivers on mobile devices. Dan, can you tell us about this? Did you find anybody that was able to help you out with that?
Well, as far as like checking out,
yeah, testing it or whatever.
No one did, unfortunately. But yeah, so Yabasan Shiro, the Sega Saturn emulator, it has its focus is really on mobile phones for like Android and iOS. And the Android version got updated to use different drivers. It had been using OpenGL. I think all the versions of Yabasan Shiro have used OpenGL, and now it's going to use Vulkan. And the developer Miax kind of explained it in a blog on his official website, saying that it looks like OpenGL is, I believe, being sunsetted. Yeah, he says the OpenGL ES driver is being sunsetted. GPU makers aren't going to support it anymore, so he's got to switch to Vulkan. And when he started tinkering around with Vulkan, he found that it seemed to work better.
Live long and prosper, my friend.
I like how he spelled OpenGL right here. OpenGL.
Yeah. But OpenGL.
It's funny. The last time I used this was when I was on vacation at the beach house, and I was desperate to play some Saturn, and all I had was my like Samsung Note. So I downloaded a copy of this, and it worked. Like I was playing nights, but it was a little laggy, you know. It's an abstract of what you're used to with like the Saturn pad being just so, you know, accurate and fast, you know, trying to use touch controls, you know. But I'm glad that it exists. I'm glad that it's an option because, like I say, when I was desperate to play some Saturn or on my vacation, I was like, hey, I can download this. I can go over this placey place and get some.
I was imagining
games.
I was imagine your wife sitting there like you're sitting on the bed and you're playing like Sonic Racing.
Nice.
Or Sonic R.
This would have been like, you know, downtime when you're just like, and I think, I don't know, there was a reason though. There was because I was on vacation and a bunch of stuff was happening news-wise with you guys. And I needed to test something out. So I downloaded the Yabasan Shiro on my phone and it worked. I think Sam SSG did the same. Like when he's working on the oil rigs, you know, and he's like, well, there's always Yabasan Shiro on your phone, you know.
I was just thinking of that. Do you remember that Neo Geo ad where the guy's like sitting there playing Neo Geo? It's like, remember where you can keep his hands off me? Is that what it's like on vacation with you? You're just sitting there with your phone.
I love that you can laugh at this. No, yeah, that's great. Dave has a funny story about, and do I? But Martin says I have a funny story about Metal Jesus at a recent PRG.
Yeah, he came to the booth and said, "You guys suck," and then walked away. And then we got into a fist fight. No, I'm just joking.
Right? No, I don't think it was Metal Jesus. At least not
Wasn't it
me.
Pat?
I've never met Metal Jesus. I've never met Jason. Not in person.
I've met him a couple times.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, he's really nice. Like,
yeah.
I've never had a bad experience with him. He's always a cool dude. He seems to be in a rush everywhere, but that's not anything around. That's not anything wrong. He's a busy dude. He has
Yeah.
stuff to do, his panels and stuff. Kind of like with us.
I
Well,
met
like,
Pat. I met Pat, the NES punk, like sitting waiting for
In
our
an
plane.
airport.
Yeah, in the airport, and he was great too. He was fine. He probably gets a lot of weird people talking to him, you know. So like sometimes these people can be a little standoffish at first because they're like, oh god, is this gonna be one of those crazy fans or is this just like a normal person, you know? But no, he had a mask on. He was obviously trying to make sure he didn't, you know, get any any COVID. But yeah, no, he was nice.
Yeah, I did have a weird celebrity encounter at the game store the other day, like on last Thursday
in Arizona.
So yeah, there's a YouTube channel called The In Groove. It's this guy named Mike. I forget what his last name is, but he has a channel on YouTube, The In Groove. He has a record store here in Phoenix. He's big into the audiophile community. Like, he's like dedicated like vinyl audio. Like he has $100,000 speakers. It's insane. And I was sitting there and I see him sitting there playing Magic. I'm like, what? He's like playing tournaments. Like,
Small world.
What are you doing here? It's like, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I'm into Magic. It's like, I didn't expect this. Like, yeah, I don't really like money, so
yeah.
I'm like, obviously, but like this guy is basically he bought the record player crap. Let me look up the artist's name. I forgot his name. It's the guy that sings "Let's Get Together" or something. No, that's not him.
Al
But
Green?
he's like a famous jazz artist. And I'll look up his name real quick. I forgot what it's a famous jazz artist guy. He bought like his entire collection.
Magic Mike.
Magic Mike, yeah, that's actually what his name is.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I forgot what exactly his name is. But he's a famous jazz musician. But the point is that this guy, I would not expect to do that, like be playing Magic. But he's just sitting there playing Magic. I had my Warhammer set ready to play some Magic the Gathering. I mean Warhammer. And he sits there. But yeah, there's his YouTube channel, so if you want to go look up his stuff. But yeah, he's a pretty popular YouTuber for the vinyl community. So I just thought it was kind of funny. But that, and I guess the only one is I met a pro skateboarder on the plane going to PRGE, so that was kind of fun.
Really? Crazy.
Yeah, he lives in Arizona. He actually worked with Tony Hawk at Birdhouse for a while.
Yeah.
He's
kind
of cool, dude.
Quick question. I know this is breaking away, but Bastard Baroque, was that not offered up for the competition, or was it still kept private for SHIRO patron?
Bastard, what do you mean?
Well, somebody's asking if you have to be a SHIRO patron to get it.
No.
And Dan was thinking
you should be able to download it.
I know originally you did, but yeah, you should be able to download it because I think it was uploaded to the competition. So I think it was made public. I think it was made public since the competition. But
that up for patrons.
Right? I didn't think about how it was in the competition this year.
Yeah, it at least that's when it would have been made public, if not earlier. But and then I don't know, Slow Coin Double Dime wants to meet the SSG. All I can tell you is that he's a lot shorter than I thought he was. Either that or I'm a lot taller than I think I am. but yeah, that was the first thing that struck me, is that when I met Sam, I was like, wow, you're really short. And when I met Pat, I was like, wow, you're a lot taller than I thought you were. So
I think me and Sam are about the same height, 5'7", 5'8", I think.
I think you're taller than Sam.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
I expect that. He seems like a tall dude. I'm guessing the way that he comes off, I'm guessing he's maybe an inch taller than me, or maybe exact.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm short as hell, so.
Really, not as much as I thought you'd be.
Yeah.
But anyway,
man.
Dave
isn't a giant. Dave's like 6'1", right?
6'1" and a half.
I figured as much. Yeah, you're not that. I mean, I'm not saying you're short, like,
no.
But like you're not like
my kids are gonna be giant.
Like, you're not like 6-7 foot tall. Jesus.
Dave is giant. You camera tricks everyone. I'm kind of tall, but anyway, my kids are going to be even taller because my wife is tall and I'm tall, and I can imagine they're going to be pretty tall. Anyway, Yabasan SHIRO, new drivers, no more OpenGL. Try it out if you're desperate to play if you're camping. You could be camping, and you could be like, I have got nothing, and there you got a phone and you've got emulators and all that goodness. But I mean, yeah, like again, I haven't tried Yabasan SHIRO for a couple of years, but I was always glad that it was there when you needed it, Got to get your Saturn on. Speaking of that, is
Exactly.
Alien Trilogy. This was a fun
Trilogy.
stream. This was a fun stream that I think I
remember you
did
did
like
that, yeah.
right before we started the show, right? And Ben was on it, and you were on it, and we were all
that was
just
a lot of
chatting.
fun.
I remember there was some kind of school shooting or something like that that went down though, like the day that this happened though. So it was like there was a
This is
heavy
getting dark.
there was a heavy air. And here I was playing like a shooting game, you know. But Alien Trilogy, Min 96, Fox Interactive, great game based on the trilogy of movies. It's got a very moody theme, great music, brutal difficulty. I think Sam did like a full stream of this, right? Got all the way to the Queen and dispatched her. That was not something I had time to do. Dave height shaming.
The Queen.
But
don't worry. Mother Nature took out the Queen for you, so you're good.
Yeah. The whole thing about it's using only one of Saturn's CPUs is another like legend, I guess, gaming legend. I don't know if it's true. Somebody in our community could probably confirm it if they looked at the code, but I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you that that's the truth. I can just tell you that that's what we heard in like Next Generation magazine and stuff like that. That was basically what we heard back in the day. And those kind of legends kind of continue on, and you hear them repeated. This game only uses one CPU. It wouldn't be surprising though, because didn't Nick point out that like if you wanted to use both CPUs, you'd have to be able to debug both CPUs, which means you had to have the hardware for that.
Yeah, you gotta get that special debugger, so you have to rip it right off. Yeah,
we're talking about a PC-sized machine that emulates the second CPU, right? And you plug it in.
It's weird. I don't know the exact details of it. Pandemonium did a video on it, and he talked about that in a review.
Yeah.
Because we did an interview. I think it was for the racing one, the virtual racing one that we did.
Yeah, it was for virtual racing. The EPC 3000 or what is the module, and it looks like a stand-up PC rig, basically, like a Windows PC rig, and it has a huge thick cable coming out of it, and on the end is just like a CPU socket, and you socket that down onto the Sophia, and it like emulates that second CPU. E7000. Thanks, Sega Steve. Sega Steve, do you have one of those? That'd be amazing if you did.
It would not surprise me if Sega Steve has one of those.
But essentially, it emulates that second CPU and allows you to debug it and stuff like that. So only the most hardcore developers that like went all in on Saturn development and didn't cheap out were even able to do two CPUs because they were borrowing, time. Okay, good point, Pat, is that the dudes at Time Warner didn't have one, but they had access to, like, they rented time going to the Sega office and using it at night or whatever, so, and I guess that was because they had that insight, they were doing a Sega game, so Sega gave them that. Yeah. But a lot of dudes fair. So when you think about it, like Tantalus or whatever, who got their hands on like one of those PsyQ Signosis's development kit, it was called like the PsyQ. I believe that was just one CPU as well, because that didn't have all that other crap.
No, it's a bit of craziness on the debugging back in the day. Nowadays, the PC hardware was to that point where you can just program on a PC and just port it.
Yeah,
which was hard to do back in the day. So I think that stopped right around the GameCube era is when they stopped doing that, where people just developed on PC and just ported it.
Right. But anyway,
kind of a crazy thing, but
that's
a good game. I did really enjoy it, and I think that one uses the shoulder strafing, or is that the actual strafing with the left and right? I can't remember.
No, yeah, this is shoulder strafing, forward and backward on the D-pad, right? Left and right turn your body, around like in a circle.
Yeah. I can't remember, but there's like a guy that reviewed the game saying the shoulder strafing is the future for gaming. Who would use up, down, left, and right to move? And it's like
yeah.
It's like funny how that changed
before they could envision dual sticks, But but again, the music's awesome. It definitely has a vibe. What else can we say about this game? I do remember that after a lengthy playthrough, I did start to get motion sickness, but it wasn't nearly as bad as some of the other shooters. It has a high enough frame rate and the depth of view, or the field of view is good enough that I don't know. It took me several levels to get a little motion sickness, but that might be an issue for some people. That might be an issue for some people. I don't know, but it's a really cool game. It got a PlayStation port too.
So is that going to be a no for using my VR set when you come down?
On this one, they just need to remake it. No, I mean VR. If VR has a good frame rate, then it's fine for me. Like a lot of the PlayStation VR didn't really bother me. Stuff like Res and stuff like that wouldn't bother me. But like early Oculus stuff, I would find kind of difficult. It just depends on what it was, and what it was running on,
That reminds me, I want to play some VR again. I've been so busy. I can't remember the last time I picked up a video game to play it. I
literally just saw a guy, just last night I saw a video of a dude who downloaded, and it's free, basically Breath of the Wild, like the Great Plateau in VR. You can just run around the entire Great Plateau, and someone built like the entire thing, and it just verbatim, it looks amazing. I guess he was able to like rip the graphics from the game or something, but yeah, the whole thing. If you
can glitch yourself in and just like throw yourself halfway across with the glitches.
Yeah, I don't know, like I'm guessing that he didn't do anything outside the Great Plateau, but it looks cool. Dude,
I want to play Breath of the Wild in VR. Honestly,
yes.
They need to release a Switch Pro and they make a VR set for that.
Martin, just type that into YouTube. You'll find it. Breath of the Wild in VR. It's pretty amazing, and there's a link in the description. It's something you can download for free.
Don't tell Nintendo.
Yeah, don't tell Nintendo. That's true. I shouldn't even say it. But so let's see, Dan. I think it was Dan who brought this to my attention. The Saru cart, which is so funny because I guess this started all the way back in 2013, and then it died out, and then SHIRO got started in 2017. So it's like this was already dormant before we even started doing what we're doing. So this was not on my radar, but apparently Anthony and Hitomi brought up a couple times in our own Discord where they were talking about it, but it just kind of wasn't one of those things I saw being discussed. But essentially, this is a flash cart. This is a Chinese flash cart that started in 2013 with initially just as a USB dev cart with its own like USB host on there. And what it did was the first revision, basically every game had to be patched, modified basically to take over the CD block or whatever. But that wasn't considered a universal device, So they went ahead and implemented FPGA, Cyclone 4 FPGA, and a STM, like a STM32 Cortex-3 microcontroller, right? The Cyclone 4 emulates the CD block, and the microcontroller runs firmware to process various commands. They were able to get games running unmodified, but not without mosaics, artifacts, locking up, a bunch of stuff like that. Hitomi joined the project briefly before the Waska project, completely unrelated. Hitomi kind of joined the project to help out with PCB layout a little bit, and some code revision. He said that his contributions were minor, though. It was really all TP Unix that did basically this entire project. He helped out a little bit, and they went ahead and stepped up the hardware a little bit, to higher clock and a more RAM, I guess, SD RAM, and it could work, but they were never able to get it working perfectly because of timing issues. Basically, Hitomi said that they weren't there was too much latency. Basically, they weren't able to achieve the same speed as the Saturn CD block. So there's data corruption, basically. So he left the project. And why are we talking about it now? Because after 8 years of just sitting silent, he started making new commits to the GitHub because it's open source. He started making new commits to the GitHub, including some firmware updates and some images showing like a boot menu and Samurai Showdown 4 running. Claims that dozens of games work flawlessly, 1 and 4 megabyte RAM expansion function is can be used. It supports FAT and 32 and exFAT.
I think Bob added us on this and like, hey, you guys hear about this? I'm like, what?
Right. So actually, I don't know. Yeah. So Bob asked me about it, but at the same time, Danthrax asked about it, and they all heard about it because, you know, the dude who does the Saturn, the 3D, he does the little portable Saturn, the dude from China. Yeah, that guy tweeted about it. I guess he was following the project and got notified that there was an update. So he tweeted about it, and then everybody's like, what is this? You know, why haven't we heard about this? And, you know, Anthony made a good point. Isn't it a little premature to be talking about this? And I agree, it is premature, just like it's premature to be talking about that Saturn portable when it's like not available for sale and it's
still cool to talk about.
But it's cool to talk. Yeah, what it is that there's images and links circulating and people are asking about it. So it's like I feel like we have to do our due diligence and at least give people context, right?
Yeah, when people like Bob are adding us saying what the hell this is, we gotta like make some statement on it.
Yeah. So this is it.
We gotta.
So this is a context that basically brings you up to speed up to now. And where we are now is you have a cart that works almost flawlessly, but there are still timing issues, and it seems like it's the same issues that Hitomi and TP Unix were dealing with back in 2015 that still haven't been completely ironed out. So because it says right here, some games get stuck on the loading title animation, and then some games get stuck during gameplay. So
it's still amazing the possibilities of this, though. I mean,
yeah.
if once it gets perfected, we have an all-in-one thing where saves, RAM, and then loading of the games. It's an all-in-one, and that'll free up the card slot and set it and forget it, pretty much.
Yeah, that if this potentially has 1 to 4 megabyte RAM expansion, support for direct save, right? Direct save to SD card in game, you know, just like a backup RAM cart. If you have the ability to load huge saves for like Days of Mon 2, you can load those whole games, you know, into Days of Mon 2, just like a Saturn Gamers cart, I'm thinking, you know. You keep your VCD card slot available for like the MPEG games. What else? It could also potentially support pseudo Kai. And it could support cheats, and it could be like your one. It slices and dices, and it makes julienne fries, you know. And then it does everything you need it to do. So with Anthony, with Night of Dragon and the Netlink OS and his serial port solution, that kind of takes the Netlink modem out of the picture. So we don't really need to put anything else in that slot if we have a card like this. So if we're basically not using a dial-up modem anymore for internet stuff because we're sending all that traffic over the serial port, you put this cart in the top and you basically are done. If you put a VCD card in the VCD card, the MPEG card slot, and then that's it. You're fully tooled.
You know, I was about to say the only thing that it doesn't have is Netlink, but with that, with the stuff Anthony's working on, we might not even need to use the Netlink cartridge ever again.
Well, that's the hope, actually. And I know Anthony's trying to make those cables as cheap as he can. He just ran into an issue with I don't know, the 50-cent USB to serial adapters that he bought, I guess, are no longer being made or something like that, because right, Anthony, you were saying that they no longer use they I don't know, he made a comment in our Discord saying that he had to try out some like $1 so the cables might be a little bit more expensive for him to make, but the idea is, to have like a $25 cable or something like that everybody can buy. It's essentially like a USB to serial ties-in cable kind of thing. That'll hook up to your Pi, or maybe just Ethernet to your router. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
I was going to implement that, but yeah.
That's still an amazing.
Those Netlink modems have gotten really, really expensive, especially since Joe did like the whole netband thing, you know, the tunnel.
Yeah, it's definitely getting more out there. So it's gonna be fun to just get a cheap cable, put in the back of your Saturn, run an Ethernet into it, and there you go. You're connected to the network.
Yep.
It's going to be sweet, and then that way you don't have to ever remove your cartridge slot ever again. Just leave it there and literally set it and forget it.
Hey, 8-bit. He's 8-bit's SNK boy. He's your buddy, SNK, right?
Yep.
just joined the chat. How's it going? Better late than never.
It's going good.
Our last story, I guess, to cover is the Emerald did an announcement right after SHIRO show, like on Saturday, did a stream.
Yeah.
There's a link to that here, as well as
I like
link.
this banner image you did for it.
The
You were winner.
yeah, I did it I did it so quickly that I didn't have time to like put Saturn pads on there. So those are kind of, I don't know, those kind of look like this other console that we were wearing the shirts for. But
Never heard of it.
your winner. Anyway, yeah. So we found out who won. We don't do SHIRO shows on Saturday night, but Emerald announced it on Saturday, so that's why we're covering it now, a week later.
Yeah.
Because it was after the SHIRO show which was on Friday. Maybe I don't make sense when I talk. That's probably the truth. Anyway,
We don't make sense.
So
We never make sense.
Knight's always correcting me though. Anyway, so
That's what we have him for.
I have to plug Nick's video. He did an amazing job breaking down each entry.
That was actually pretty good.
Analytically, he gave everything like it's fair due. He didn't spare any expense, spare no expense. He played all these games and gave really good feedback on each one. So folks should check it out. Also, Emerald did a stream, which you can access here, and it's like the entire playthrough of all the games and talking about them, explaining
we also did a
judgment.
stream. We also did a stream, like a 7-hour stream for it on the SHIRO show a couple
marathon.
weeks ago.
Pat, you did a marathon. I think that was your biggest stream that you've ever done?
That was the longest we've done. That was like 8 hours, 7 hours.
That was crazy.
Like a full work day of playing games, but a lot of people hop in, a lot of fun stuff. I spoke Spanish on the stream. I played Bridget
Bishop
in
and
Spanish.
you played it in Spanish, yeah.
Yeah.
Now Malenka's
that was
busting my
fun.
chops for the graphic. Yeah, I had a week to work on this, and I worked on it in the last 10 minutes before we went live today. Sorry.
That's us in a nutshell, though.
That was Pat. Yeah, no, it's true. We wait until the last minute to turn in our homework. And while Dan is like working diligently all weekend or all week, writing his articles, and he's like, guys, is anybody gonna write this up? We're like, we're working on it.
Just have good communication between the team. That's all.
I just don't want to work. I don't want to give Dan a heart attack. Like most of the time, it's like,
I see it's like, hey, we got these articles, and I'm like, oh wait, I didn't reply to that. It's been a day. Sorry about that, Dan.
A lot of the times I'm writing the article up here during the week. I'm thinking about like, okay, what do I want to say? How do I want to say it? And then when I sit down to write it, I've basically collected a bunch of images and I've already done a bunch of research, so I'm able to just write it. That's kind of how I write. I usually like picking stuff that I have a big interest in. Not saying that stuff we don't talk about is not interesting.
Just like with the Dreamcast when I was like, oh man, that's cool, I want to talk about that one because I didn't know it was a mystery dungeon game. I didn't even know about the series until like I typed it up. I thought Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was just a Pokemon game.
No, I'm like that too, as far as like writing about stuff you're more interested in. I mean, sometimes I write about stuff I'm not that interested in, but I know that it's news and someone in the audience is going to be interested about it, so it needs to be written. But like, usually if there's something I either feel like I would not be able to write a good story about because I'm not that into it, or because I don't have a lot of expertise in it, I'll try to like pass it off on you guys. 'Cause sometimes you guys have more more of an institutional knowledge about a particular subject, about some hardware or something like that. So, sometimes you guys are the better choice to write about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. I'm glad to hear that we all have our strengths. I think we kind of help round things out then.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, because honestly, I would get bored writing about like the Mr. updates and the all the emulators and stuff like that. So I appreciate that you do that because I don't own a Mr. yet. So for me, it's not. I mean, Pat could write about it and you could write it. Yeah, I need to fix that. I do. It's on the list. It's on the list. Original games though. Let's talk about who won. I feel like I feel like this is a good outcome. Either way, I mean, if it had been Irial or Bridget Bishop in that first spot, I could have gone either way. But yeah, I'm kind of, Bridget Bishop was a great little game, and I'm really congratulations to Fran, because it's a first time enter, first time win. I think XL2 has won before, so we got some variety here.
Exactly, and I really liked Bridget Bishop. I thought it was a lot of fun, especially the language options and just playing it. It's just a really fun game. And
costume options, language options, you got a lot of like little customization stuff,
It was really cute. I liked it a lot. Definitely was the reason I gave it first. And like I like Adriel as well. I thought that was a ton of fun. Yeah. It was crazy to see that.
It was, and honestly, if he goes open source with that, and lets people mess around with it, we could see some like really cool mods for it. And of course Sonic Extreme homebrew version from Voxel was amazing.
That was crazy.
It was a great tech demo, very fleshed out, several levels that you could play, plus the boss battle with Knack. Demoed it at PRGE and people ate it up. They loved it. A lot of folks did kind of come away with saying, I can see why this wasn't a commercially released game, because it did have that feeling of like, where's the cohesion, like it's visually impressive and it's very fast, but of course, like, because he's on a sphere, you can't keep him on that sphere. He keeps falling off, right? So that was the kind of thing. I think you said that too, right? You were like, kept falling through the floor, right?
Yeah, like I said, I like it a lot. It definitely felt like a tech demo, but like I said, I think it was really good for what it was, and it has a lot of potential if you really ever want to finish it up. Yeah.
And Sky Blaster was amazing. The update to Sky Blaster Chip 8 emulator was pretty impressive. Case of the City Bodokaiba from Sansagolo.
Multi-boot. I think that was my underrated favorite, is the multi-boot for Wolfenstein 3.
All of those Wolfenstein options.
Yeah, that was a lot of crazy.
That was really crazy.
I think I put it pretty high, but I can't remember if I did or not. But I like that one a lot.
It
definitely was up there.
But yeah, this year was really stiff competition for original games. It was really hard. As a judge, like, honestly, this was one of the hardest.
All the categories were hard as hell. I couldn't pick any.
Well, yeah.
Like, honestly, I really wish I could have gave some stuff double first, because they're just that good.
For hacks, patches, and translations, we had, of course, Malenko come in first with Drift King 97. I like to call this Tokyo Highway Battle, because that's what it was called on the PlayStation when it was localized. Yeah. And that's what I did for my hypothetical cover, but we keep calling it Drift King 97. Maybe that's what folks are going with, that name. But anyway, either way, it was an amazing project. I loved it. I beat it on real hardware. Thanks to his patch, I never would have figured out all the tuning options and stuff without that. So that was great.
Did you get inside his?
Yeah.
I think this is yes.
Right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Right down the... You just what am I supposed to say to that?
Just say yes. I got into Craig Stadler's.
Yes. Okay. I thought you were talking about Malenko's.
No.
What is going on in the Gun Griffin 2, of course. Tons of work to this title, like right after the competition last year. So it was like almost completely finished, but like right after the deadline. So yeah, got entered and came in second place. And then of course the Stellar Assault demo that Shadow Mask, I think, kind of threw together at the last minute. I think they found out kind of at the last minute that this exists. Let's go ahead and patch it up and get it out. Yeah. And again, like, Stellar Assault and Sakura Wars are going to be huge contenders next year, when it comes to this category.
I think the other reason it was kind of low on this one is just because they were literally just demo discs, and
right.
And while I did enjoy them, I enjoyed the translation. I think, like, there wasn't much to do. Like, I was surprised.
Sure.
I was hoping that there was more gameplay stuff for the Sakura's gameplay. But at least I think the only reason the Stellar Assault, I think, got a little bit higher is that there's more playable stuff versus just demoing like options and menus.
Oh yeah, I mean they're like I said, they're going to clean up next year, so it's not
honestly,
a big deal.
It's gonna be hard to pick one.
I was happy to go with Malenko for my vote of top spot, because that was a complete game worked on one-man show, worked on the whole thing. Amazing work. And again, I don't know if he's still working on Nod Nod Wink Wink Terra Fantastica.
Yeah.
Was it? And he is able to get that done this year. I don't know. It's a lot of text, but there could be even a third contender for this category. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of crazy stuff that was released.
Huge shouts though. Oh, go ahead. Huge shouts.
There's a lot of. God damn it! You go, Dave. Damn it, you go.
Well, I'm just saying. I see Shadow and Lacquerware in the chat there, and of course we got Dan here with us. So huge shouts to all you guys for the stellar assault. It's amazing work what you've done so far, and we really appreciate the early sneak peeks that you've given us. This most recent.
Thank you again.
Pat did a stream last week of 6 through 10, and we posted a VOD as well on our channel that you guys can check out. Wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for these guys being really generous, letting us show this to the community. So it's insane.
It's been fun. We're getting into the finish line, getting toward it.
I'm excited. I can't wait to play it.
It's an anticipated.
Than I did.
There's a lot of people in the community that want to play this game in English, so it's going to be like Christmas when that thing drops. I know it. People are really going to be thrilled.
I need to get my suit dry cleaned, so.
You got to get your suit. There you go. Yeah, you are, right? You're gonna dress to the nines for that stream?
I mean, all that's every time.
Okay, all right. Tuxedo?
No, I mean, technically it's a suit.
Black tie?
Yes.
No, okay, so tools.
Red tie.
Tools and utilities category. Knight took the top.
Oh, I know what kind of tie I should get. I should get a hen tie. It was like a hen on the tie.
Oh my god. Seriously? Okay, so wah wah.
That way we'll be able to show hentai on the stream.
There you go. A hen tie.
Exactly.
That's a joke my wife might laugh at. She loves chickens. But anyway, so Netlink OS, Knight took it away with the Netlink OS.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's still very much a work in progress, but I mean the potential is immense.
It's all there.
This is going to be like how we're all getting online. What is it? Pepetsu, I think, asked the question like, or said, wouldn't it be amazing playing Saturn fighting games over the internet with someone? Well, you could do that right now. Actually, there's a tournament. I think Slowcoin, who's also in the chat here, organizes tournaments in our Discord. And if you get the tunnel solution, which is basically just a little USB modem you hook up to your computer, or you can get a Raspberry Pi. But I mean, there's a couple ways you can do it, but it's very low barrier to entry. There's folks in our community that'll help you out, get set up. You can enter our tournaments right now and play some Virtua Fighter Remix, or
I need to.
Where they're doing a decathlete tournament right now. Some folks have dropped out because they can't, one reason or another, work or just home life, too busy. But so couple folks have dropped out, and they need somebody else anyway. They need to fill a seat. So Papetsu, if you got a Saturn,
honestly,
you got it.
Like I need somebody to set this up for me. So
put that close to the camera. That's the dream. Okay, so that's actually the one that PC Wizard made, right? That's got line voltage, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Seriously, you plug that into your computer and you download Joe's package. The software. You download the software package, and then you're basically up and running. I mean,
yeah, like I said, let's make a date, Slowcoin, and let me know. You don't have to show me any packages, but like if you have me download the software information to install it, I will help.
Yeah,
I will install it, and I'll enter the decathlete. I'll probably be garbage, but I'll enter anyways.
You can mash buttons.
Download Joe's hentai. I like it.
Hentai. Okay, Dan, please. Okay, so yeah, definitely. We need to get more folks into this community. The cool thing that Knight did, though, is created this entire operating system to replace the existing Netlink operating system. And what it will do is it'll help with the matching. Folks won't be having to like type in a bunch of IP addresses with their controllers all slow. Like have a directory. It'll be able to be able to completely bypass the need for dial-up modems in the first place, because pretty much what they do is do the handshake, and once we don't need those, basically all that traffic can just be sent over the serial port to your router or whatever. So that's amazing. Also, you know, shouts to Joe for inspiring us all. I don't think that any of this stuff would have happened if it wasn't for Joe and Zaiden like doing the VoIP stuff and then doing the netband thing, you know, in the first place. They really brought back the online Saturn scene.
Brought it back to the front.
That's not hyperbole. Like, they really did. Like, back in 2017 when we started the cast, it was like nobody was actually, it was just their little DC talk forum, right? Doing
Exactly.
a couple Hawker Zero, or Zaiden, a few other names that I can't remember right now, but Joe, a Sega RPG fan, were doing, you know, experimenting with the VoIP stuff, which was really slow and really laggy. And then, you know, they just kept working on it, and we interviewed them back then. And then Joe came out with the tunnel, and of course you had folks like Dan, Retrospectors on the East Coast, with his YouTube channel really pumping it up ever since like the VoIP days. And so yeah, the community has grown quite a bit, you know, from what it was back then. And so it's amazing, you know. So definitely shouts to Joe for, you know, making this possible and inspiring us to get the Saturn hardware. I like to say, push our Saturns to the absolute max, you know, max it out with it, plug up every orifice. The thing. I'm sorry, I'm so inappropriate today, but yeah.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, Dave. I'm getting a report. We actually have an English beta patch of Terra Fantastica that's going to be put up onto the SHIRO Patreon tonight.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Did Malenko just side chat you that? Okay, good.
Sent it 5 seconds ago.
Okay, cool. So is that what you're streaming right now? Is that what you're going to stream for the game stream?
I could. I was going to do a bunch of 2D side scrollers, but if you guys want me to, honestly, there's a couple options. I was going to do the 2D side scrollers, the Terra Fantastica, or putting together a Saturn on air.
Okay, everybody.
Like putting together a Fenrir on air.
Why doesn't everybody vote?
I'll say it for next week. I'm gonna save that one for next week because I'm feeling kind of cruddy still, and I'm not in the mood right now, and I don't have anything set up. So
we should just have people vote what they want in the chat, or in the YouTube chat.
Okay.
And of course, everybody says Terra.
Right, that's fine.
They're like, do Terra.
Well, there's only one guy. But yeah, if depending on the votes, if you guys somehow got Fenrir to the top, I'll get my toolkit and do it. But I kind of want to do it for Terra now. But what do you guys think?
Terra is creamy. 3D graphics. Is
there a way to do a vote?
Oh no, it's not.
I think is there a way to do start a poll? There we go.
Yeah, we could start a poll.
Let's go.
You do it.
I say save the Fenrir for next week. This way we could talk about it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Be gentle. It's super duper beta. So Malenko's sliding into your DMs, and now he's asking you to be gentle. All right. Anyway, last but not least, is Trekkie's Film Muxer got 3rd place, and it was used in several projects that were submitted. There, I voted. Paul voted twice. He tried to get 2 votes in there, Paul. That's not fair. But yeah, no. So congrats to the winners. The prize pool was like 15% of the pool went to first place. Oh, by the way, Malenko doesn't want his prize. I meant to say something about that.
Oh, wow,
Malenko said he wants to donate his prize to SHIRO. So
really?
we got to come up with something
awesome,
creative to do with it. I think we should like buy someone a Saturn with it or something like that.
Well,
I don't know.
Just set it on fire.
We can set it on fire.
For a second, I saw my head pop down the stream. I thought like my shirt was showing and it showed my back. It was just my head.
Bone-tastica. Oh my god.
The SSG is donating his to St. Jude, so maybe a charity.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's up to him. I didn't ask for it. I didn't solicit it. But whatever he wants to do with it, that's fine. It's just that if he sends it to us, we're not going to use it for like, we're not going to put it in our expense account. I think we should have some kind of like, you know, giveaway or do something charitable with it. I definitely agree that that's probably the way to go.
I agree. We should. Do
if he doesn't
really
claim it
like
though,
that.
if he doesn't claim it and doesn't do anything with it, I know Emerald is just going to roll it into next year's prize pool, which is just as well, because then that means next year the stakes will be even higher.
That's a good point. Doesn't Random not have a Saturn? But he doesn't want us to send us one though. So
I've offered to send Random a Saturn.
We tried to send it to him. He doesn't want it. So
it's a doxing thing. Like he doesn't. I don't think his mom
He's
wants him
underage,
getting.
so it'd be kind of weird too. So I don't want.
I get it.
I don't think you feel comfortable getting some weird, random strangers sending him Saturns in the mail.
I mean, I get that. But I told him, I said, if you ever just happen to pass through the San Diego airport, you know, send me a text or whatever, and I'll drive down there with a Saturn.
I'll literally drive down there too. We'll bring all the Saturn accessories. We'll get him a bunch of games, a VCD card.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to get it fit into his suitcase though. So yeah, I'm going to. Oh yeah. So
I gotta let go of this. Yeah. So, you know what? Can we wait before we do this, Pat? Before we do this, can we just read out our patron supporters? Is it possible?
Yeah, sure.
And can you do me a favor and just read them all out this one time, because I don't have the credits. I don't have a proper updated credit sequence, and I don't want to leave anybody out.
Well, if you want, as soon as I start it up,
you can
I'll
run credits. Okay, that works.
And we'll hey, best part, we get to show off the awesome new theme song by Shadow Mask.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop streaming, and then Pat is going to grab a hold of the stream and take it from there, okay? And hopefully your internet has gotten better, okay?
Oh, God, I hope it does.
I hope. You still look a little blurry, but we'll see, all right? So until next time, this has been SaturnDave. I'm going to sign out and go do pizza and movie with the kids, but I'm glad, you know, all 33 are in the chat, you know, joined us.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna shout you guys out on the stream, too, because we didn't share Patreons. I'll load up and we'll... And actually, I'll load up, but let's go back to me being on the menu, and then I'll shout the patrons. We'll do that.
And remind everybody to do all that stuff, like the bell ringing thing and the...
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See ya.
See ya.
Should be able to grab it now.
Yep. Oh, my, I forgot to fix my green screen. My green screen's not up. You could see the greenness. Ignore the green. Ignore the green, people. There's no spoon. There's no spoon. Okay, there we go. All right, sorry, the Matrix glitch in the Matrix. Matrix time. Internet looks like it's not garbage, so we're good, guys. Getting good. All right, so before we go, let's shout on patrons. I accidentally closed the window when I was doing that, so I need to load it back up again because I am legit stupid. But that is me. The couch is a lie. No, there's a couch there. I'm sitting on the couch. I know what you're talking about, dude. There's no spoon. S-P-O-N-E. There's no spawny. But yeah, let's do these shouts out for our Patreones. So shouts out to, okay, I need to do an order. There we go. So want to give a big shout out to our $20 or $10 and up Patreons. Murder of Crows, Blue Moon 95, Emerald Nova, Johannes Fetz, Nate Lawrence, Cerillion. Oh, a new one. Chris 1997XX shouts out. Thank you for being a patron supporter. Just upgraded. Did we get new guys or? Oh no, I must. Okay, I must have. Oh, anyways, Fat Drunk Friend Otaku, Jim Clasher Rank, Ian Keg, Justin, Momphis, Normal Guy, Newt Rageous, Robert Ramsey, Rowan Dished, Sega Steve, Stoneman, Nookie Trev, Durand Brown, Young Money Sowie. If you want to get shouted on the show, if you back the $10 and up. Pat's naked. $10 and up a patron a level, you can get shouted on the show and get a lot of cool benefits like early access to videos, early access to Pandemonium videos, and of course translation patches too. That's actually on the $3 level, so we're gonna put that up. We got Terra Fantastica and Saturn Barman Fight. And if you want to, and if you'd like to support us financially but don't want to do a monthly recurring charge, you can get a issue of SHIRO magazine. Issue 1 is back in stock and ready to buy issues. We have tons of stock from each of it. A or B grade levels. Postage listed here. Sorry, everyone that's not in the United States. That sucks. Sucks about that. My bad. Or you can, you know, get a shirt. We have some awesome shirts on our Threadless store. All these other cool shirts. Like, you want a shirt? We got a shirt for you. Get all the good shirts. So yeah, definitely would recommend checking that out. And then if you can't back us financially, you can also support us by sharing us out. You know, liking, subscribing to the YouTube channel, ringing the bell, you know, letting people know about SHIRO, and joining our Discord, of course. Because we have a lot of cool stuff on the Discord, a lot of chats and talking, and monthly monthly tournaments with Saturn Online, a very active community. So if you want to play Saturn Online, it's the place to be, my dudes. But yeah, with that, I'm going to probably stall while we do the game thing. I'll probably just sit here and entertain while I patch the Terra Fantastica thing. We can do that live, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm about to go to the end credits and we'll go to the game stream. So for the end of the thing, thank you very much for listening. Remember, you must play Sega Saturn.
Not hentai, I'm sure. Not the same. Pictures of ties. Poultry related neckwear. I can't imagine we're the first ones to think of this. There's got to be something like that exists.
Mike is gone. Oh, are you kidding me? Ah, butts. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, that is my bad. I am an idiot. I am dumber than a sack of potatoes. Literally, it has my. I'm gonna increase that so I don't have to lose that again. That is my bad. So anyways, where was I? Wow, we have to do it all over again. I am a bit annoyed now. So yeah, like I said, hentai is, yeah, there's got to be hentais. Go buy that.
Yeah, I've done a casual cursory Google search here, and I do see neckwear with poultry on them, chicken ties. So yeah, they exist. They're out there.
Yeah, we're looking up hentais. Oh wow, as soon as I unmuted, my internet started tanking again. Funny. I'm happy. Thank you, internet provider. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot for doing that. But yeah, hentais. All right, so there's that. What else did we mention? Oh yeah, right now I am patching the image. Actually, it's good you didn't hear that because I said some illegal stuff, so it's probably good you didn't hear me. But yeah, I am right now ripping my actual disc of Terra Fantastica that I legally have. I totally didn't go to internetarchive.com and looked up Sega Saturn archive and downloaded unpatched images of Terra Fantastica now. I actually have an actual disc of it. I bought it like right between the stream from Malenko. He was right next to me now, and he sent it to me. And I'm ripping that officially, so there's no illegal action going on. Don't FBI, it's not illegal. Don't arrest me, please. Not again. I know I did some things, but you know, don't hate. Don't hate on this. Don't play your hate. I'm a gangster. All right. Let's see. Here English. So this is how fast the patch process is. I'm almost done with it right now. It is patching as we speak. I need to get the directory to put that in there.
How's Warhammer 40K going, Pat?
Pretty good. I literally just was telling Dave, it's in the chat. I literally have been priming all the little weapons. I have to like for the towel. Huh?
I saw that photo of all the little guns, the dolly guns.
Yeah, like literally the thing with the Tau is that they're the army of options. So they pretty much have all the options, like all the gun options, so you can pick every single little detail of each of the guns and you could modify it, and it's just a lot of stuff. So like right now I've been doing that, doing a lot of painting with that. So that's been fun. I had to literally yesterday when I was not feeling well, I literally put together 3 more models, but it sounds like a little, but 3 more models. I have to magnetize it 4 times for each of the weapons. I have to cut all the weapons out. I have to magnetize all the weapons. So it was like a 3 or 4 hour affair to not only build them, but to magnetize all that stuff. And I still am not done because I have to build it. I have to like prime it and paint it. So I think the issue though is that it seems like it's a lot because I literally got like a big collection of it and I'm putting it all together at once. So it's just a lot of putting stuff together and magnetizing and gluing it. It's just a lot of stuff and learning how to do it. So, well, it's a lot. And it takes a lot of work. It's still a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. I like playing Tau. Oh no, is the internet dying again? No. Okay, it's not. All right. But yeah, right now it's been a lot of fun. Have you played anything recently with that or no?
Warhammer? I haven't played Warhammer 40K in quite a few years, so...
Well, when you come out here, we'll play a couple of games, or maybe not. Maybe you'd prefer to play some Saturn stuff.
Probably would enjoy that more, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a... Oh yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna come down and play and stay in a shop for like 8 hours to play Warhammer. Doesn't sound like a good vacation thing to do.
I'd be sitting there writing stories for the SHIRO website during your turn. During your half-hour-long turn, moving all your little guys and rolling dice.
It's like oh we're playing now. Okay, sorry, I didn't know. I thought we were still playing. You were still making your movement turn for the 20 hours there.
Exactly.
There we go. All right, so we're good to go. We got the game up. Switch to play so I could see it. There we go. So yeah, first look at Terra Fantastica English translation patch. We'll see the awesome work Malenko has done. All right, hopefully I didn't mess it up, so it should be good. Terra English. Here we go, Terra Fantastica. $20 shipped. That's what I did. I bought it and had it delivered same hour delivery. Here we go, boys. Statue. Beautiful statue. Terra Fantastica. Alrighty, let's see. Press start button. Oh, look at that English. Look at that beautiful English, everybody. Background music, voices on. Cursor type A. I want A. Radar on. There we go. Begin new game. Damn, look at that statue. You're like, dang, that statue's looking lit, fam. I know, it's busting for real, for real. That statue is hella dope, dog. I love it. Yeah, that statue. It's only a Code Veronica statue. Oh yeah, the game audio is kind of low. To be fair, you're not missing much.
Yeah, we can't hear the game sound at all on the
I turned it
stream.
up. It's really quiet, to be honest. Like, there's no music playing right now.
Okay, yeah, I can hear a little bit.
Alright, so name, Deanie. I don't like that. I'll type in whatever the first name somebody says in chat. So whatever name you guys want, say it in chat and I'll enter it, no matter how explicitly bad it is. First thing I see, any name. Alrighty. H. Oh, oops. Backspace that. H. E.
Got him.
And I can't. Oh crap! It deleted the H. My bad. Ooh. H. E and it's another H. Damn it. And I'll put a space. I'll make, yeah, T I E. Oh no. Damn menus. There we go. Hentai's the name. Hentai's the game. At Ty.
Perfect.
Noise. That statue is a big fan of hentai. Secret code unlocked, the nude code. I got the nude raider code entered. Oh, those bells sound like the bells in the beginning of For Whom the Bell Tolls. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Somebody play copyrighted music over this track. Okay, that was the worst. That was the worst AC/DC impression of all time forever. I forgot, what was the other guy that's not Bon Scott? The one that's not dead? That's not, that's the lead singer of AC/DC. Oh god. Oh hell yeah, dragons. Lars and Angus have entered the chat. Brian Johnson, that's right. Is he back in AC/DC, or is that... I remember he left and then Axl Rose took his spot. And who the hell would want... Who the hell would want, like... Like, did anybody say, oh man, Axl Rose is joining AC/DC, that's gonna be lit? I know, I sure as hell didn't. Yo, is that Cecil? For a second, Chad, I thought you said CC DeVille, and I was like, I don't think that's, I don't think that's the... Actually, who's CC DeVille on? I forgot. Was that like... That wasn't... man, I'm bad with names today. Oh, that wasn't that one band with Vince Neil on the vocals, is it? I think CC DeVille is in there. I'll look that up. But what? Actually, can I see it? Nope. Nope. All my windows. Oh no, here it. CC DeVille. Oh, that's in Poison. Okay, I got my bands mixed up. I was thinking the other one. My bad. Oh, there's gonna be an English dub, but I voice all the characters. Whoa, what the heck? They're fighting Satan now. Hell yeah. Dude, this is so metal. You know what? Forget, like, I know we're getting into music, but this is like a Dio-ass intro. It's like literally put Holy Diver over this, and that's perfect. Cut the devil's head off. God damn. Dun 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 dun. Take that, Satan.
なんだ貴様は。それでわしを止められるつもり
What's with
か。
that name? I don't like that.
できるものならやってみろ。
Yeah, kill the devil. Hell yeah. Fugix versus that. Let's go kill Satan. Be you angels? Nay, we are but men. Rock. Ah!
この力は。我がマタイが人の子に
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even meaning to make all those music references.
そうか。
It's just this happening.
貴様が新し
Like
い名
we
な
got
の
like
だな。
12 in the beginning. We got like what? We got Poison. We got crap. Who's that? The one band that sings "Kickstart My Heart." That one. Dio, and then Tenacious D. We got a lot of music references.
貴様のその顔と影とに免じて。
Fugix sounds like a Korean StarCraft 2 pro gamer. That does sound like a pro gamer name. Q. Actually, I'm gonna use these as my gamer names. I'm gonna do Cure an hour. They they actually do sound like pro gamer names of StarCraft players. Did you? Man, like holy crap. Malenko did this on purpose. He named all the characters after StarCraft pros. Boomker. Well, that sounded like I said the F word.
Pad, you see in chat, Malenko said this patch is missing a file he just realized.
What
So
file
he's
is it
going to send you
missing?
an update tonight or tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I saw that. For a second,
Okay.
I thought he was joking because I saw Pal sending an update. I thought he said for the PlayStation. He meant the PlayStations. Patreons.
Yeah, he's going to send an update for the PlayStationians. I guess that's
Fair.
the Patreons, but they're
PlayStation 4
patronizing
too.
PlayStation efforts now because you and Dave have switched to the dark side.
Fair. I'm having fun listening to these cutscenes with all the pro gamer names. Let me have my fun, damn it. Something hentai. They're really loving that hentai, I swear to God. Chapter 1, that, whatever that said. Boomker. They're just looking like progressively more gamer names. This is a lot of fun. Oh my god, that gets Wise Trucks. If anybody needs pro gamer name, just grab these ones. Thank you, Malenko, for making this so much fun to play. Your stuff is important, Dan. Don't forget that. What pro gamer do we want to be, guys? Do we want to be that guy? My pro gamer is going from Fumker. That's my favorite one. If you have a favorite pro gamer name, say it in the chat. I'm gonna go Fumker because I like that pro gamer name. Oh, you're just talking to them, okay. Alright, pick. These guys seem like pro gamers that'll help me out. We'll be him too. I didn't I just pick 3? Ooh, that one looks like Snake.
VQB definitely plays Zerg Rush
What a
in
noob.
StarCraft.
What a noob.
100%.
Wow. I bet he does. 50 bucks says JS is friggin' does cheese strategies. Friggin' proton cannons inside their base. Guaranteed they cheese that way. Guaranteed. BQB. Yeah. Get that Zerg Russian shit out of my face! Did I just talked to these dudes, didn't I? Alright, I have to pick more pro gamers. Alright, VQB. Alright, we got the 2 pro gamers. We're just getting all the pro gamers, guys. Hentai, the best pro gamer in the valley. Alright, Suiki, that guy. Pro gamer move. Dude, the pro gamers got their own capitals. Holy shit. In this universe, the pro gamers have taken over. Hashtag StarCraft 2 for life. Oh, okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where the best pro gamer areas are, dude. Don't be hating. I did! Stop yelling at me. I'm trying to get the pro gamers, dude. They're trying to, like, get them going. No, that's why we have translators for it, to make us so we don't have to learn Japanese. I probably should at this point. Now loading. Yeah, that's the muse. Ooh, ready. RDY. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. This is just getting more and more funny. He has a smiley face in his name. Smiley Face Rhett. That's his clan. I'm going with the Smiley Face clan. KV Seb, like them. KV Seb hentai. We get it. Okay. Yeah, I'm joining your damn clan, dude. Leave me alone. Now can we beat stuff up? I've already applied for your clan. I did the jungle bar test, and I obviously passed in flying colors. Okay, there we go. Finally, we're getting the pro gaming going on. What is this? Is this like some friggin' dot hack stuff? Or is this like is it like, how do I get the Tomato Town in this game? What the hell? AP. I know what AP means. Armor penetration, which you have 0 of as Imperial Guard. You will get owned. Alright. Move over, Timmy.
Maybe action points?
Oh, that makes sense. I like armor penetration better. Can I please kill this dude? Raiding. Some raiding. Action points. Alright, we're going to attack. Alright, here we go. Hentai versus Gerald. Okay, Gerard. Damn, we're killing Gerard the completionist. Aw, man. Alright.
Those are some stellar English menus.
Yeah, they're actually pretty sweet.
Commend Malenko.
Yep, good job, Malenko. I'm liking this. We're just killing all these guys.
Excellent localized menus.
Yeah. Go complete this, Gerard. What the heck, they said guys at me? I lost a dude. Come on, that's not fair. Rush. Zerg rush. No, they don't want to Zerg rush me back. Dun 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 dun. Just kind of hits. Sounds good. I won't upload it till tomorrow in that case. Unless you want me to. I don't have any problem doing that. Let's cast magic on her. There we go. Gave her that magic. Gave her the gamer fuel. Alrighty. She's in the clan too. AE. He's in the clan. I guess he's like, maybe he's like the upper clan, the upper dude, like he's like the leader of it, like he runs it. Got a lot of, yeah. I try it out. I should be ready to play. Let's play some Counter-Strike, dude. Oh yeah, Oh god, we have to fight that clan and ready. He's a pretty pro gamer. We need to be careful, dude. He plays a mean friggin' Warcraft 3. Oh no, he's the Dota player. We hate Dota player. No, he's a League player. We hate League players here, so yes. Dun 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 dun. Let's kill the League player because League is garbage. League of Legends bad game. Don't play the garbage game. We play real games in this chat. We are gamers. Hashtag. Yes. Turn 1. Alrighty. We have to fight spirits. Let's kill them. Let's rush in. Face them this way. I don't think I can. Oh, I can move again, but I can't. Oh no, I have enough to move and attack. Oh, I see. They're like little. They're like not there until I attack them. Okay. There we go. Let's attack them. Alright, let's beat their asses. The beating of the ass. Let's do it, guys. Alright. Tactic? No, we'll do that. Failed. Haha, you guys suck. Didn't practice. Take that. No League players. Stab him. There we go. Kick your ass. Ow. Rude. Very unkind, sir. Alright, let's move up a little bit more. I'll try to get on this side. I don't think I have the movement for that, though. Alright. Move again. Yeah, I didn't have any movement for that. Let's slap him. I might as well finish this guy off. Alrighty, Gerald the Completionist versus that guy. Keep fighting Gerald the Completionist. I don't know why he has to be rude. Here, kick their butts. Oh my god, die please. We'll do rating. Alright, we're gonna rush at them again. There we go, 2 guys dead. Ow. How rude. Doot 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 doot. I like this music. Go. A little more. We go on this side. We can finish this guy off. Let's go do that. Face him this way. Slap back. Alrighty, let's do tactics. Are we raiding again? It all worked. Let's do that rush. Zerg rush. Alright, throw those spears at me. Yeah, take that. Smoked him. Dead. Dead. Alright, move up with Riddy. Player 1. Oh, I don't have the movement I wanted. I can attack though. Let's attack. Really enjoying this so far. Alright, damn, I'm gonna fight a bunch of guys. Alright, tactics. Rating. Go to the rating one. Oh, okay. I see he was like, nah fam, we ain't doing that. We ain't fighting today. Do I have enough range? Nope, I have to move it. Oh, this is attack phase, okay. Alright, time to attack. Oh, it's my guys. Okay, I was worried those guys. How to lose so many guys? Oh wait, no, I did lose a bunch of guys. Where'd all my guys go? I didn't lose that many guys. Ow. Yeah, it's really nice work. I love the translation. They're able to see what to do. Hopefully on my turn. Alright, can I heal up? I'm guessing that's healing. Oh god, he's almost dead. Give him the healing juices. Oh, you heal more people too. Let's see, he's healed he's kind of low. Hello, healer up 2. There we go. Magic healing juices. Alright, we're gonna have a attack. A. Just have like just moaning and replace the crowd noises. It'd be funny. Rating. Ow. Ouch. Losing people already. Oh damn! All right. Literally just killed my dudes. Yikes. I have full health. That's weird. Oh, maybe I don't. Alright. I'll fight this dude again. I will kill him. He'll be dead. Alrighty, yep. Can flee, defend, tactics. Just attack him straight out. Do some damage on him. More attacks. There you go. Die. There we go. Dude. Now. Oh, she is dead. R.I.P. Baba Booey. Alright. Let's just go off, I guess. Let's kill them with arrows, please. Alrighty. Oh, I can't attack? Oh, magic. Okay, there we go.
Rainbow!
Shoot him lasers. Take that. Yeah, you run away. I'm gonna shoot more rainbows at this dude. Shooting rainbows at this dude with my lasers. Rainbow attack.
Rainbow!
Yes, rainbow. Dead. Got them with that quad laser. Yeah. Dead. I almost sent a vibe over here. Alrighty. I'll attack this dude. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Might as well yellow it. Alright, well at least I'm killing some people. Ow. Yikes. He's gonna be dead soon, isn't he? Yep, RIP that dude. Yeah, I use him. Heal up people with that. I actually might lose. I'm pretty dumb, so I'm probably gonna lose. Let's hope I don't, though. We'll see. I hope this is one of those games where it's like, oh, if you lose your guys, you lose them forever, because if that's the case, rip. Oh my god, please die. I just saw, thank you. That's the good one. I'll make sure to download that and put it up tomorrow, tonight. Probably tomorrow, though. Ouch. Oh my god, please die. I'm gonna attack again, oh god. I'll just try to, I'll YOLO it. We'll try. What's the worst that can happen?
So, fun fact. While this game was published by Sega, it was developed by a company named Chime. And this is the only Saturn game that Chime made. But they did make one Dreamcast game. And it's a little game called Nappletail.
Huh. Oh, I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Chime, the developers of Terra Fantastica, also went on to make Nappletail. So, kind of a fun little fact there.
I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's like 4 years in between the two. Nappletail came out October 2000, and Terra Fantastica here came out December 27th, 1996.
Huh.
Sitting here looking at Sega Retro. And I guess this game was going to be called Fantasy Earth right until the last minute, and they changed their mind and called it Terra Fantastica instead.
Oh, good call. I like the name of the game.
Yeah, it's certainly more unique.
Alright, so I probably should heal up my guy right here. Some healing on him. Good. Go. Ooh, attacks. Did they do anything else after the Dreamcast, or is that pretty much it for them?
As far as what Sega Retro has listed, they only have the one Dreamcast game from the Nappletail.
Oof. Alrighty, Hentai's just fighting everybody today. Can't get enough of it. Oh my god, this guy's made of metal. No, don't run away. Please let me kill this dude. Okay, thank you. Oh man, that is forever to kill this dude. Ew. Alright, I'm just gonna wait till top of turn 2 to fight this dude. Alrighty. It's one of those games you have to go up to him. Oh, I don't have any XP to do that. Ooh. Let's attack. You mean almost a 69? Oh god, that's a lot of units. Oh, nice. Oh. Alright.
I guess Chime still exists. They make these Zero Escape games.
Oh, those are pretty fun. I like those games.
Yeah, Spike Chunsoft publishes them.
Nice. That's kind of funny. We talked about them last stream.
Looks like they made Made in a Made in Abyss tie-in game called
Oh yeah, I heard
Binary
about that
Star
one.
Falling into Darkness. I think it's is it out already? Yeah, I think it came out last fall.
Apparently gave a lot of people PTSD because they thought it was this cutesy anime thing and it's like really dark. Oh nice, I got 69 damage.
Nice. Of course, hentai would get that number of damage.
I'm gonna have to flee though.
The sort of damage that, poultry-related neckwear would get.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah, I haven't watched Made in Abyss, but I've heard the same thing, that it looks like it's this cutesy art style, and it's actually like this horrifyingly dark, grim story.
yeah, it's pretty messed up, but it's fun.
But I heard it also is really good. Like, it was like nominated for Anime of the Year or something last year.
I've been waiting forever to get the next season. I don't know if they came out with another season already. It's been so long, so.
No, I don't think so.
Failed rating.
I don't know. Oh, hey, you know what? I should check. I heard that. Uncle from Another World, which of course is the anime with tons of Sega references that got delayed for months because of COVID. That, I guess, is finally going to air its 13th and final episode of its first season. They set the date for I don't know, like March 9th or something like that. It's like early March.
Did you say
March
13th
8th, maybe?
and final season?
No, the 13th and final episode of their first season.
Okay, I thought you said 13th season. I was like, holy
No.
crap.
Yeah, no. No, 13th episode, and US Netflix stopped, stopped uploading, streaming, I guess, the localized subtitled episodes of that show once they went on their first COVID hiatus. And even though they went on to make, like 5 more episodes in Japan, and I think there are even subtitled episodes for those in other parts of the world, but US Netflix has not
Those up
put
yet?
them up yet. Yeah, it's like it's still stopped at episode 7. Yeah.
Huh.
There's only 7 episodes up there right now. So I had heard that Netflix was going to finally put the last 6 episodes or whatever up right after the Japanese airing of the 13th episode in early March. So I just brought Netflix now on my TV to see if it says, it's coming back on a certain date, because they'll do that sometimes. No, it just says our favorite uncle is on his way back, which is what it's said for a good couple months now. So I was trying to find like an official source online saying Netflix has announced it's coming back, but I couldn't. So I don't know where people were getting that. I hope it's true though,
Same.
because I have not engaged in alternate methods to find subtitled versions of those episodes. I've just been waiting for it to go up on US Netflix, so I really hope that they do that, because I would like to support the show officially.
Same. Alright, I'm gonna try to finish her off this way. I really would want Christmas Boy. I think it's gonna come out eventually. Maybe it might just be a thing. It's just like, maybe it's like, oh, they need to wait for it to subtitle, or they're waiting for the whole show to air or something.
I feel like it's like a strategy, like, okay, people are just gonna like miss out if we put up the next 6 episodes and then, or next 5, and then it's another couple months or however long, because they didn't know when they would come back before the last one goes up, and then no one will notice that there's a 13th episode. So they're probably figuring we'll just make it seem like it's the official unveiling of the second half of the season and just put all of them up at once instead of kind of doing it piecemeal. Like, I get why they would do that.
that
It's
makes
probably
sense.
frustrating on Netflix's side, you know, because all this stuff's out of their control.
Yeah, usually they like doing that. Or like they like putting it all out at once versus like that's US Netflix only though. Usually, I don't think there's any other like show that really does that. I think because even with Stranger Things, they would air it in batches instead of like one episode at a time weekly. The same thing with JoJo, because it's like JoJo, it's like it came out in different parts, like part 1, part 2, part 3, and not part 3 as in the show, but like it's like part 1 of season of part 6. And then don't you start an Attack on Titan's whole thing? Holy crap! The whole was it season 5? Was it
Final season, part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah, final season, part 3, part 1. It's like you gotta be
pretty
kidding
ridiculous.
me.
Like it's either the final season or it's not, guys.
Yeah, they really gotta figure out a way to do that. And like they just need to end that show. Honestly, me and my friends are so frustrated. We're like, I don't even want to watch it anymore. I'm just tired.
I watched the first season and I thought it was pretty cool, but I didn't continue on to the second season. I don't know, I didn't really have the inclination.
Yeah, that was like one of the first that I watched when I got back into watching anime again. Like I think it was in 17 or something. Oh no, it was JoJo actually. It was when I moved into my roommate's house for the first time. Well, hell, 18? Was 18 really 5 years ago? What the hell?
Yep.
Wow. That's when I started living on my own. That's crazy. I can't believe it. But yeah, no, it's just kind of crazy how fast time's flying. Like, COVID felt like the other day, but it was like 3 years ago. It's like, come on, that's not true. All right, we're probably gonna call it here. I'm a bit tired, and I gotta probably. It's been like what? Yeah, it's about 6:30. So I'm probably gonna go. So how do I save?
I'm not sure.
This little glitch on the top of the screen though, when like you click the thing. Oh, there it is. RAM.
Nice. Like Malenko said, now you won't have to do that over again next time you stream this.
Fair. Alrighty then, guys. So just want to thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you again, Malenko, for doing this. This is an awesome game, and I can't wait for everyone on the Patreon to play it. And if you'd like to give it a try, the beta of it, we'll be putting that up either today or tomorrow. And you'll put on our
it'll have
Patreon.
more English than this.
Yes. Yes, it will. And then you'll be able to play that and enjoy that and play the beta of it. And I believe it's a $3 and up level of Patreon. So if you guys want to play this, $3 and up, you can play the beta patch of this. But anyways, guys, thank you again for watching. And remember, you must play Sega Saturn.